part 3. Oh my god. So we had... See, yes, and yes, I know I'm bouncing back, but that was what happened when a guy left his wife for me, and I don't approve of that. And yes, I know cheating is bad too, but like my best friend, who was very, very, very much against it before she knew me, now takes the opinion that if you know how to stay in your lane, first of all, if you treat it with the proper caution, and if you're not trying to break up a marriage, because I wasn't trying to break up Z's marriage. I don't want to break up Z's marriage. I didn't want to break up Asshat's marriage. I don't want to break up anybody's marriage, Z found me, put me back together, and broke me again. But right before he dropped me, it's two people. There's M, the Dom, Domme, female, who is this hot. Now I'm 42. I'll be 43 this year. I am 42. Hot brunette. Holy shit. Ooh, honey. She's in her late 20s. I believe she's got like bluish hazel type eyes. She's got these gorgeous like tattoos under here. These are pierced just like mine. Oh. And she's a dominant. And I've never considered being with a dominant woman, but never considered having a dom. She wants this. She wants me, and she wants to call her this. She lives in Georgia. Now I'm in Indiana, so it's a bit of a drive. She said she's willing to come up, so we'll see. So there's M. Oh, honey, I was like, can I see you today? And she sent me this picture. The most perfect. I'm gonna get flagged on this one. She has the most perfect set. And Work Daddy, which is my inappropriate best friend, he's like Work Daddy very much approves, because I sent the picture to him. He's a trusted friend, and he has seen my set many times. In fact, whenever I tell him things, if I gross him out, he goes, "Oh, that's disgusting." And I'm like, "I'm so sorry." And then I send him a picture of mine. So he's like, we're very inappropriate, but it's how we are. So I have her, and she's been following me for a while, trying to get me to get away from Z for a while, but I've been, very protective of him, very loyal to him, I'm his darling, or I was. And then also you have Rhett. Rhett is not this guy's name. But Rhett was a guy that I had messed with, I don't know, a year and a half ago or so. I have had Rhett before. Rhett is also a dominant type. Rhett. The problem that's been with Z, that I've struggled with, because Z has told me many times, I don't have time for you, darling. Find someone else, because you deserve. You are the most amazing woman, darling. And I want to give you the world. I can't. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't want the world. He goes, but I know you want more from me than I can give. And I'm like, I have accepted this is what we have. He's like, there's others like me that can give you what you need. And I'm like, no. He's like, I know they're not me. And I'm like, you don't understand. Nobody can turn my head like you. When it comes to Z, no one could turn my head. I'm telling you, Jason Momoa, Chris Hemsworth, the cream of the fucking crop of Hollywood, like the hot men of Hollywood. Fucking Henry Cavill could come in as the Witcher. And I would still, and if Z is there, and he'd be like, darling, look at me. Everyone else would disappear. That's how much love and everything I had for this man. And he was like, there's others like me. And I was like, I've tried to find somebody closer. And there's no one. And Rhett is local to me. Rhett is not 11 hours away. Rhett looks like Rhett and Link Rhett. Rhett has that fucking mane. A sexy ass mane in the same goddamn color. He doesn't have the blue eyes of Z or Rhett, but there's still this lovely shade of amber. And Rhett, he has that dominant attitude. He is a dom. He's had submissives before. He actually is where Z, when he was younger, years ago, had one submissive, and he didn't have a lot of experience. Rhett has had experience. More experience. See, Z, when he was around 18, when he was already with his wife that they're meant for each other. Sure, Z. Whatever you say. If you were meant for her, you wouldn't have fallen madly in love with me, would you have? No, you wouldn't have. I didn't mean to make you fall in love with me, dude. I didn't try. I tried a little bit. I tried to show you me. I tried to show you love and adoration. It's not my fault you forgot what lane to stay in. But in the meantime, I met Rhett, and Rhett was starting to be able to turn my head from Z, and no one else. I've yet to meet anyone else that could even come close. And Rhett is he's nice on the eyes. He's got more than Z by far. He's probably got 2 inches on him easy, and it's thicker. And he lasts way longer. I only got to have him one time, but he went long enough that all I could think was like, God damn, you can finish, and we can go and do a little, yeah. I've never had anybody last that long, because they don't normally last that long with me. It's not even a humble brag. I'm just telling you straight up, they don't last that long with me, because I am just because I'm a big girl don't mean shit. I'm very energetic. I'm very lively. They don't last. But Rhett isn't even technically my type. Because I'm very specific type. And Z, if you were to actually just look and, like, what is her type? You could literally just pick him up and you have my type. Rhett is not my type. He's a good looking guy though. God. Ooh. He's a good-looking guy. And the first time he had me, when he got everything off, he just stopped. He was like, oh, just let me look at you. And he devoured me with his eyes. He devoured me with his eyes before he devoured me with the rest of him. And much as I love Z has nothing on Rat. Nothing when it comes to that. And I never forgot Z. Never forgot Z. Z was. Ooh. I will admit, Z is one of the best looking men I've ever had in my life. I even told him when we were on the phone, I said, look, I'm saving your pictures. He said, that's fine. I gave them to you, they're yours. I said, honey, it's a crime to delete something that pretty. He just like laughed and he goes, I appreciate that. I was like, how could you do that? I was like, I hate you for that right now. I hate you for taking that away from me. I was like, why do you have to take you away from me? Don't take you away from me, but it is what it is. So anyway, let me cut this short and we'll get to the next one.